George Kilpatrick, Inspiration for the Nation, celebrating people we feel good about. We are pleased to be joined by Grant Goulart. He is the Director of Recreation and Lodging at the Turning Stone Casino and Resort, or the Oneida Indian Nation, owners of Turning Stone Casino and Resort. And Grant, Grant, there's some big things happening at the Turning Stone and the Oneida Indian Nation. Grant, what is going on?
Absolutely. Salmon Acres, our premier property up in Pulaski, is, the salmon run is on. And
Okay.
we're very excited to really get it going this week. I was out there today, and, Salmon Acres, if you've never been there, is very unique. So it's 1,500 feet of private riverfront access on a 36-acre private fishing property. It's just 30 minutes away from Syracuse, so it's real easy to get to for all of us in central New York here.
Yeah, I can tell you, I can vouch for the fact that it's real easy to get to, and it is exactly 30 minutes away. Although, let me tell you something. Can I just tell you a quick story? And this has nothing to do with salmon fishing, but I will tell you, we've stayed up in Pulaski there's a camp up there. But one year I was coming back from Watertown, and it was snowing crazy in the middle of that belt. What's it called? The belt up there? I can't think of the name right now.
Hill area, right?
Yeah, Tug Hill. Yeah. So we were smack dab in the middle of the Tug Hill plateau. And do you know what my prayer to God was? I was like, God, just get me to Pulaski, because right on the other side of Welcome to Pulaski, it was clear as a
drops
bell.
Right off, right?
Right. There was nothing. And I was white knuckle driving until Pulaski. So anyway, that is my fond memory because it was unbelievable. I had my mother in the car, and it was something. So that was my fond memory of Pulaski. But this week, Pulaski is the center of the fishing universe. Do you know? I haven't been to Salmon Acres yet, but years ago, I actually did go salmon fishing with my buddy, or I should say, he took me salmon fishing with him.
How'd it go for you?
Yeah. Say it again.
I said, how'd it go for you?
Well, so here's what happened. So this is my first time ever going salmon fishing on the Salmon River, right? Do you know he hooks the fish and then so he has to start the boat, because what do salmon do? They run.
Yeah, that's right.
So Salmon River run for a reason. They run. So he gives me the pole, and he's got to crank the boat so he can follow the salmon, which is running. Man, I was so nervous because now I've got the fish, and I'm thinking, what if I lose this fish? It's gonna be the end of me, right? So I've got to make sure. So now we're going up and down the river, me trying to hold on to this fish as my buddy, because we couldn't switch at that point, right? Because he had to start the boat.
You're committed at that point.
No. So anyway, the good news is I actually caught the fish.
I love that.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to put up some pictures. That's what I want to see.
Well, that was many years. Yeah, he's got the pictures, but you're right. You know what? Now I got to get those pictures from him, because now I have to prove that I actually did catch it. But that's the kind of fun that people will have this week. Tell us about the Salmon Acres property.
It's George. It's just a fishing story until you got that photo.
Oh, you see how you did me? Okay. So now I have to go back in the archives and find the picture and prove
that I
actually caught this salmon. Well, you know what? Wait, I got a better. Well, I see. I was relating that story to Pulaski, but I do have a salmon story for Lake Ontario. So I have a story, and I actually have the fish. After this call, you will see those pictures, because I have those pictures.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. So just like you're talking about, the King and Coho run is on. I was up there today, and the fish are moving. It's exciting. It's an exciting time of year. There was, there's early anglers, we call them, that are already out. Those the ones they're real hungry. And it's also a great time to fish for steelhead and brown trout on that same river.
Yeah, I love that. And you're taking bookings right now.
We are, yeah. So we offer day passes for people that just want to come out for the day, and that'll get you access sunrise to sunset for the full 36 acres. And then we also have overnight accommodations still remaining. We have a handful here and there. It's pretty exciting. We have 11 cabins out there. 6 of them have full kitchens, and 5 of them have like a kitchenette style. Of course, fully heated. It can get a little chilly out in Pulaski this time of year and at night. And take cable TV and a big fire pit out there. We get a lot of the fishermen and women out in the evenings, kind of enjoying all of their company out of the big communal fire pit, which is a lot of fun.
No, excuse me, but I told you my fishing story. What's your fishing story?
Plenty of fishing stories. So I grew up actually on the West Coast, out in Oregon. So
Okay.
my salmon fishing comes from the Columbia River, which is pretty unique as well. But this is definitely going to be an exciting year because I'm not on a boat. Right, this will be the first time I'm not on a boat. I'm actually in the river in waders, and it's convenient because we actually offer waders. We offer all the on-site gear for people. And even golf carts if you want to rent them to drive down to the different areas. So, it's just a really good opportunity if you've never come salmon fishing and you've heard all the rumors about how big they are and how much fun it is. George telling the stories. Then you got to get out there, half an hour drive, and come have some fun with us.
So I mean, in addition to waders, obviously people can take their boats out as well, I assume.
Yeah, so there's drift boats that go down the river and all that, but this time of year, mostly you see
The
because of
waders.
the yeah people in the water wading the different shorelines and things like that.
No, it's. I'm saying I can't wait. So actually, I wouldn't be the one in the waders, but you're going to be out there. So I can't. I want to see the pictures when you're out there, buddy.
I'll be sending them to you. Absolutely.
Yeah. So the pictures I'm gonna send you are not from Pulaski, but isn't it great? And first of all, I'm glad you guys got 30, like you said, 36 acres that people can have access to. But isn't it great that we become one of the nation's um, premier destinations?
Well, that's the unique part about Central New York, right? It has a little bit of everything. It has hunting, has fishing, you got the lakes and river access and just access to nature within a short drive. This is all about Salmon Acres, but we're also going right into deer hunting season. And for those that don't know, Turning Stone has a hunting preserve as well. So that's something you can check out as well. That's called The Preserve.
The preserve. Tell me, that's what going to kick off. What, a month later, like in November?
October, November, we're already taking reservations. So that one has whitetail trophy deer hunting as well as stag on the property. And then we also do migratory birds as well. And then turkey in the spring, which is unique. I'll tell you one thing that was really cool that happened last week is I took up one of the executive vice president to go and look at the property. She's been with the company for over 20 years, and we took her down to the river. It was super special. There's a 36-inch king running the river, jumping about 3 feet in the air. She's taking pictures. She pulls her phone out. She's taking pictures. She's just loving it. And that's something that she's been part of this property for so long, and it still gets people excited. And it's just a great way to connect with nature and really experience fall. As a whole. There's fish cleaning down the road down at the sporting goods stores, and there's multiple places that offer smoking of fish as well. I think they're about $4 to $5 a fish. So that's a great way if you don't, if you just want to go have fun, catch some fish, right? Take them. Someone else is going to clean it for you. They're going to smoke it. They're going to wrap it up, and you're going to have a nice catch and really make a memory for you and your friends and your family. There's something unforgettable for the fall.
You make this sound so. I don't even fish like that, and you already want me to go get some gear and get out on the lake and get and like you said, it's a private preserve, so people have the opportunity to reserve a spot so that they could do that. And there are all again some cabins available. I know a lot of people that really want to take advantage of that, and we should say that Turning Stone is a partner with Inspiration for the Nation. So look, if I had the gear, you're so enthusiastic that I would probably get out there with you.
Well, we
But
got the gear for you. You just got to give me a call. We'll make it happen for you, George. We'll take you out here. We'll get you hooked up. We'll get you in those waders in the river, right? We're going to get the big picture, and, you have that big smile. You're going to have to put it on your show.
listen, you know what? That sounds like a challenge. We may have to do that
I'll line
because
you up. It'll be you and I out there in the middle of the river having a good time.
let's do it. Let's do it. Now, you got a pole too, right?
We got waiters, poles, everything you need. All you
Okay.
got to do is jump in that car and hit that 30 minutes to Pulaski. Pull in. I'll even take you to lunch after your big catch. It'll
How
be a
about
big
that?
deal.
Because I'm gonna catch something, right? How did you? What's your journey to becoming an exec at Turning Stone Enterprises?
That's a great question. I grew up on the West Coast, out in Central Oregon, in fact, and worked in technology for a while, and worked in hospitality technology, and then worked at a very large property in Oregon, in Central Oregon. It's a 4,200 acre property, promoted to a property in Central Washington, which was 6,400 acres. And that one has, all these properties have rivers and lakes, and, you're hunting and fishing, and that's just part of the fun, right? One thing that I like to bring is, the start of unforgettable. That's kind of my journey, right? So I like to bring that to families and friend groups. So, I want to be part of making that picture on their wall where they're catching a fish, or they're hunting, or they're, boating out here at the cove, or, they're doing something with their family that they've never done. And then, that's a memory on their wall. Made a stop, after COVID in Texas, in fact, in Dallas, at a big metropolitan property there, and then had the opportunity to come out here. And this is a gift, I tell you. Central New York is gorgeous. It is beautiful. The weather is phenomenal. Coming from the West Coast in the mountains, I was 20 minutes from a big ski resort, so I missed the snow when I was in Texas. So I'm very excited to have 4 seasons again, and just very fortunate for this opportunity to be part of the nation.
They told you there were 4 seasons?
Well, I mean, I've experienced a couple of them, but I've heard of, what is it, winter, and then a little zip of summer.
So they told you it was 4. Okay. They told you it was 4 seasons. Okay.
We know what Texas is. One season.
One
summer.
season.
So,
Right.
I'm happy to get some cool weather in my life.
No, look. We're fortunate, you're right, to live in an area where the seasons will change, and then sometimes all in one day. But we are fortunate to have that. And look, how long have you been up in Central New York?
Just came here in the spring.
Oh, so you really haven't experienced winter yet.
I haven't, but I miss it, because in Oregon, we would get, I can remember a time right before I went to Central Washington, we got 4 feet of snow overnight, and I'm on my roof in the morning shoveling it off. And that's what they asked me in the interview. They said, "Are you going to be okay with the snow?" I said, "Well, I used to have to shovel my roof out in Oregon. So I think I'm going to be just fine." And, you just got to be prepared and really enjoy it. Again, I love those 4 seasons.
I love it. And one of the seasons is salmon fishing, Salmon Acres, one of the properties of Turning Stone Enterprises. And you get to fish on a private reserve. It's ready to go. And all people have to do is what?
Just come on out, come and give us a call if you'd like. Call Salmon Acres. Come up, show up for the day. We have myself or the caretaker, Tom, up there. Every day you can just walk up, buy a day pass, get access to those waders, fishing rods, all the essential gear you're going to need. And, just come out, make a memory.
Now, this is a quick, I think I already have a fishing license, but do you need a fishing license?
You do need a fishing license, yes. So, you can pick that up at the sporting goods store about a block away, right next to. You're going to get familiar with them anyway. You're going to have to get that license, come fish with us, and then bring them the fish so they can clean them up for you.
Yeah, and I already have one because I went this summer. Was it this summer or was it last? I may have to get another one. I think that was last summer. So I have to
you better check the date on that one, George, before you come see me.
It was last summer because, it was last summer. And I didn't tell you the other part of the story when I went on Lake Ontario. I didn't tell you this part. So you're going to hear Now, Central New York is going to hear this for the first time ever. What happened to me on that? Like, now, even though I caught probably the biggest fish there of these expert fishermen. Now, I say caught, I was on a charter, so you know how that goes, right? But I did have to call Ralph twice. I did.
Really?
I did. I had to call Ralph twice.
Well,
And
sometimes the lake will get you. Did you
oh
have
my
your
God,
Dramamine before or what?
I did not and did not expect.
Oh,
I didn't, and no one else was impacted but me. But I couldn't. But yeah, I was I had, but I didn't stop me because even after the first time I was calling for Ralph, the second time I still caught another fish and
oh,
called
see,
Ralph again.
and see, when you're telling the story, all you're really talking about is that fish every time. We had to
Exactly.
dig that other part out. It didn't even happen.
See, it didn't have right. I just so uh anyway, look, salmon season is upon us. Salmon Acres is offering you a great opportunity up at Salmon Acres. Uh do they go to the Turning Stone website for more information?
And yeah, and you can go to Oneida Indian Nation Outfitters as well, but right from the
United
Turning
Indian
Stone.
Nation Outfitters.
Yep, the Turning Stone website's going to get you right there, Salmon Acres. Give us a call or just show up. We got room. We'll take you. And again, the unique part you already touched on, but there's a lot of public areas to fish in Pulaski. You might be fighting elbow to elbow with those other fishermen, but we got that private area for you. So come out, scoop them up, have a good time, take some pictures, make a memory.
All right, we have to make this happen.
We're doing it.
Hey, listen. Grant Goulart is the Director of Recreation and Lodging at the Turning Stone Enterprises. We're so glad to be in partnership with them to let you know the great opportunities there. And we thank you for bringing your enthusiasm to Inspiration for the Nation.
All right. Thank you so much, George. Appreciate your time.
Inspiration for the Nation.